this is DatKidGino, and you're watching 416 Interviews.
What made you start creating music?
Well, to be honest, I was a little kid, right? And I used to always listen to music and shit like every day, right? So I'm in middle school, right? And I used to do some crazy shit. Like, I would do some abnormal shit. I can't even hold you, right? So, boom, I got in some trouble, right? And then I got something called an in school expulsion, right? I never even heard of that shit. Like, it's crazy, you know? But, like, so I'm just stuck in the office now doing my work for the rest of the year, right? And I'm kind of I didn't like doing work, to be honest, right? So that's what got me into music, because I started finding beats, right? And low key, I started on Tyga beats. Like, there's some weird ass beats, right? And then boom, I'm just right into the beats, right? And then I'm just freestyling. I'm like, yo, I'm actually fucking with it, right? And then boom, right? So I'm kind of just writing, I don't even know I have a love for music yet, right? Until I get to like where I'm at now, And then I started making music like a year ago, like seriously. So that's kind of how the craft started. Weird ass story, but yeah.
I bet. So, when did you first hop in the studio or just record like a song, bro?
I'd say I properly hopped in the studio like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Like one of my other artist friends from the area, like he was making music before me, right? Because he's a little older. But yeah, he brought me to the stew, and then he was showing me like, yo, like your real potential could be hit here, Because I was only making tracks off my phone, keep in mind. So my real potential, like I couldn't even see myself, right? And then now that I have like a professional out here perfecting my craft, right? Showing me that like, yo, I'm way better than what I'm doing, like without like investing myself, right? So it made me realize like I really have to invest in myself. You know what I'm saying?
And then, bro, I want to hop into your creative process, bro. Like, how do you create a song? Are you a freestyler or do you like to write?
So to be real, all of my songs have been freestyles. Like I don't know, like writing, like it's not as natural when I write, so I have to work on my writing. But so when I go to the stew, right, I'll kind of just like see what the vibe is of the day, right? Because sometimes I'll be like a few days before, like, yo, I want to use this beat, right? But then I get there and I'm not feeling the beat, right? And then I just find the next beat and the song turns out to be way better, So it's a kind of like more like on the moment thing, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's kind of just like what I'm feeling, and then I go off that, and then yeah, I'll just like I also like to explore new stews all the time too, because you never know like what kind of sounds the engineer could really bring out of you too.
I've listened to a couple of your songs, and you definitely have like that drill and like rap kind of vibe. Have you ever thought about making music in other genres as well, or nah?
To be real, when I go to the stew like this week, I want to hop on a dance hall beat. I really want to switch it up. Like, I don't want to only be stuck on one thing like a lot of other people are. Like, I want to make myself sound unique on a bunch of different things. Like, I still want to stand out on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to only be on a drill beat per se. Like, you can recognize me on like some crazy love beat and a drill beat, like two different things. But that's what I'm aiming for, to be real.
Going back to like you telling saying some of the older heads in your neighborhood told you you had real potential in this music and stuff. Did like your area influence your music in any kind of way?
A little bit, right? So the thing is, like, the community I'm from, Don Mills, right? Like, everyone loves music here, but like, we don't really have artists. Like, that's what I was realizing when I was kind of like getting into music, right? It's like, why does no one want to put on our community? Why is everyone scared to like be the face of the community, right? So it's like, I kind of wanted to step up, right? And like, when I do good things, right? Whoever's doing music and is at my level right now, for say, right, like I would help out if they're actually serious. Like I kind of want it to be like an ongoing thing. And then it's just like, I don't know, people love music but they didn't want to do it here, so some of us have to step up, right? And the thing was, we had an artist that was, I don't know, he was getting a little traction, right? But then he left and signed a deal somewhere else, so it's like, how is our community going to be put on if it's forgotten about, right?
I bet. You speak on putting on your community. When you reach that certain level of success where you're getting that money and your bread in, how are you gonna put your community up?
I wanna give them a good name, you know? Like I want the area to be known, so it's like in Toronto, right? Like some foreigners, they'll know some places from here because some of those communities are known, you know. But it's like I don't know, the community I'm from ain't even the worst, so it's like I could definitely put a good image over it, right? And when there's like youngins that want to rap, like after I'm done, you know, like I would help out. What the fuck, like music's supposed to be an art, as I said earlier, you know. It's not supposed to create negativity, you know.
I bro. And then going back to the music and the music that you've created so far. Like I said, bro, a lot of your music like surround is around like the drill sound and stuff. So did you take like inspiration or influence from any other kind of drill scenes like New York?
Yo, you know it's crazy? Like when I was a little kid, I used to listen to the drill scene a lot, so that's kind of where I got like a little bit of it from, right? And then I'm just like, yo, like there's so much more creative shit you could throw into it, is what I was thinking, right? And it's just like, yo, it kind of fits my vibe because me, like, I'm kind of like a hype person, you know, like when I did my shows and shit, like, you know, everyone's jumping around, like everyone's getting hype, you know, so it kind of just matches my vibe, right? Like I don't want anything like boring or slow, right? So it's like when even when I switch over to the different genres, like whenever it happens, right? Like I just wanted to still have that hype vibe behind it, right? That happy vibe is what I want to bring to everybody.
I bet. Who are you listening to?
Yo, to be honest, the first drill artist I probably listened to was D Thing. I can't even lie to you. Around like the on the radar freestyle times, like around that era, like when it was really popping, like they were going crazy. I can't lie, like they were on their grind, you know, like they were passionate about music and shit. So I was respecting that, you know.
I bet. And then, bro, I want to bring it back home. What do you think about Toronto's music scene? You rocking with anybody or not?
Toronto's music scene, see, that's an iffy one, you know. Like there's a lot of negativity around it right now, and it's like, why do you guys do this? Like the way I look at it as, right? Imagine if the whole city came together and just did something with music. Like everyone was just good with each other, right? Like no one would be able to compete with Toronto music wise. Like I promise anyone that. Like the talent we have here and potential is on the next level, you know? It's just I wish everybody could max it out, you know what I'm saying? And show more love. That's really how I look at it. But yeah, I fuck with a lot of artists here too, so
I bet. And then, bro, going back to you as an artist, like, how do you define success?
see, everyone looks at that different, you know? So, like, no matter what I say right now, someone's gonna have an opinion on it. You feel what I'm saying? But success, in my opinion, is one day you can take care of your family, like, or even have a family, you know? Like, making sure, like, your living situation is okay and good, you know? Like, you're taken care of and happy, I'd say success, you know? But everyone else has a different view on it, you know? Like, other people would be like, oh, richest person ever, you know? But me, the way like I want to succeed in music is I want to be mainstream. I want to break out the Toronto like shit, you know. I want to go worldwide with the music. Like I'm talking like on a Drake or even bigger level, you know. Like that's what I want to reach, you know.
I forgot to ask you this, bro, but like, what's the story behind your name, like artist name, DatKidGino? Am I saying it right?
Yo, that's so jokes, man. So the name actually comes from the basketball player on the Spurs, Manu Ginobili. I don't know if you know him or not, but he was sick with the left hand, like when he was hooping, you know. And back in the day, I was a hooper, but I wasn't the greatest. But like, I had a left kind of, you know. So it's like everyone's kind of like, you know, Gino, like, and the name kind of just happened, and I'm just like, yo, like you know, like everyone kind of knows me as this now. It's like, you know, the name kind of has a weird story to it, but yeah. And then I kind of rocked with it and then put my own sauce on it, you know? Because I'm still a youngin', right? So that's why I put that kid, you know? So, like, no one gets it twisted, you know?
And then, bro, lastly, like, what do you got going on? Any new projects coming out? Any shows?
Yeah, so this week I should be dropping a video for another remix, right? And then I'm gonna be filming an open mic in 2 weeks with a big Toronto blog page. I'm not gonna say none on that, you know. I want to keep it hype still, you know. But and then October 25th, I should be having a show downtown also. So that's kind of for now, but I'm still trying to add a lot to the schedule, you know?
They just tryna fuck with me, they try to rate. I was outside, I just seen the hate.